Justin Bieber, he dropped the song. It went over our heads. It's actually about P. Diddy this whole time.
Which video?
The song Lonely.
Let me see.
Everybody knows my past now. Like my house was always made of glass. But maybe that's the price you pay for the money and fame at an early age.
He even came out and said stuff about how when he was younger, he was being taken advantage of, which is true. The problem was being a victim of the diddler. What happens? Because he has so much dirt on you, if you go out into the public, he may have videos, he may have embarrassing things, he might even have incriminating footage of you doing things that you were forced to under the influence to do.
That's sad.
I feel funny. Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life.
I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me.
Don't touch your stitches, Justin. Bieber, don't touch your stitches.
What's happening?
No. Bieber, stop.
You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. I have 3 fingers. Is this gonna last forever?
Justin, stop it.
Well, I just wanted to be a good example, and it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
For years, the industry stayed silent. Awkward moments were ignored, hard questions were avoided, and rumors were left to fade into the background. Now, attention is returning to Justin Bieber and the reported exposure of a deeply personal chapter from his past involving Diddy. This is not about headlines or online drama. It is about influence, vulnerability, and the cost of staying quiet when powerful people are involved. As the story gains momentum, the real focus is no longer on what was whispered, but on what was hidden, who chose not to speak, and why the truth is only now coming into view.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. He signed to Usher.
He signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Justin Bieber, he even came out and said stuff about how when he was younger, like he was being taken advantage of, which is true. Fam, Justin Bieber, he dropped the song that's so viral and did so much numbers. But it went over our heads. It's actually about P. Diddy. It's actually about P. Diddy this whole time.
Which video?
The song Lonely. Featuring Benny Blanco.
I don't think I've ever heard that song. What?
So yeah,
you
definitely heard it. You definitely heard it.
Lonely by Justin Bieber?
Yeah. I'm not gonna play the song because we're gonna get copyrighted.
I'll mute it out.
But listen.
Let me see.
So it starts off because the problem was that being a victim of the diddler. To say it like a super villain, man. No, being a victim of the diddler, what happens? Because he has so much dirt on you, if you go out into the public, he may have videos, he may have embarrassing things, he might even have incriminating footage of you doing things that you were forced to under the influence to do. So Justin Bieber, he says here in the song,
I've never heard of this.
At an early age.
Damn, that's sad.
And then that's pretty much talking about when he was a kid. Yo, the videos of him with Diddy are wild though. Cause look,
no, I didn't see him.
This is what's the most sus. So Justin Bieber, he was, like we said, dropped off by Usher at Diddy's camp.
Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah,
Diddy's
that's what
camp.
I know.
The video of Diddy talking about it.
Oh, I thought it was him drinking alcohol when he was underage.
No.
That's not it?
Look. So he gets dropped off, and pretty much what Diddy says, listen.
He's in 48 hours.
He's like, you seen the movie 48 Hours? He's in 48 Hours with Diddy, and look what he says.
Lives, like where we hanging out, we can't really disclose.
Why can't you disclose it, fam? Why can't you disclose it?
And that was comb over Justin.
It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
The hosts argue that Justin Bieber, from a very young age, was being taken advantage of in the music industry. Carlos breaks down the lyrics of Lonely, especially the line where Bieber sings about everything he had at an early age, suggesting it references trauma from his childhood years in the spotlight.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, go get the front shot of this.
Man.
Turn that out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready. Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion. Yeah. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Justin Bieber's rise looked like a perfect success story, but behind the fame was a young artist trying to survive powerful adult systems with little protection. Old footage and interviews suggest he was often placed in environments where influence mattered more than appropriate boundaries. For years, those moments were brushed off as part of celebrity culture instead of recognized as warning signs. This is not just one story, it reflects a wider pattern of silence, neglect, and misplaced power. When success comes at the expense of youth, someone always pays for it.
You got people in the industry that's been saying for years, this man is having sex with underage. So now the federal government is looking at that like, yo, when is somebody gonna come forward? We got this information, this alleged information, but nobody's willing to come forward. Then they go on and say, yo, Shakur Stewart mysteriously dead. Supposed to be a self-inflicted wound. Person that had everything going for them in their life. Kim Porter dead. Somebody's car gets blown up. This guy is walking around threatening other actors, people. Somebody got to get involved in it. If it ain't the state, let it be the feds. Somebody got to stop him. He lucky that God given him the opportunity to be stopped while he's alive, then have to go to hell and face that shit. He got a chance to repent now, change his life.
you mentioned minors, you know, and a lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know, they're making a lot of allegations.
For years, key voices on the outside raised concerns, but those warnings were often dismissed, minimized, or ignored. Now, as scrutiny continues to grow, those early signs are being viewed with greater seriousness, revealing how uncomfortable truths are often pushed aside when they challenge influence and power. In the end, the pattern is hard to ignore. Truth is often overlooked until it becomes impossible to contain. The real issue is not only what happened behind closed doors, but how a system built around power failed to provide oversight. When success depends on access, boundaries weaken, and speaking up comes at a cost. In that kind of structure, the question becomes unavoidable. Who truly has the freedom to say no, and who suffers for it?
You believe the guy in the tape is white?
If he's bigger than Diddy, and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him. But if they saying that the guy is young and he's an A-lister, I can't think of that many black people, man.
Right. Not at all. And somebody that's more powerful, more of a celebrity than Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy, he was an A-lister, he was younger, you know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber. That's his name, Bieber? They said I got that wrong too. Justin Bieber, allegedly. I don't know, bro.
Right. But when you heard the news that Diddy, he had a tape with another man, did that catch you by surprise or no?
Well, all this shit is by surprise to me. A lot of this shit is by surprise to me, to be totally honest, man. Because I knew Puff, I knew Puff Daddy.
The concern raised by observers is not only what happened privately, but why oversight was absent publicly. When career advancement depends on proximity to authority, boundaries become negotiable. In such a structure, who is empowered to say no and who pays for refusing?
I knew Diddy before he was Love and Brother Love and back to Diddy. So, no, but the diddler, he's the diddler now. A lot of it's surprising, but it's not unheard of. Because you hear of all kinds of shit, and whether it registered with you or you internalize it or something like that, that's a whole nother story. But a lot of this stuff is crazy. But this is the world that we live in now, man. That these individuals thinks is all right. Bruh, when does it comes all right to be sitting there eating food off a naked woman? When did we start doing what they do? Let's keep it a buck. When did we start doing what they do? These guys is popping pills. They got Jay-Z dancing with a chick that's into cannibalism.
Long before Justin Bieber became a global star, Usher had already spoken about entering Diddy's world as a teenager and facing adult pressures too early. That history matters because it suggests a pattern, not an isolated moment. When similar dynamics appear across different generations, it becomes harder to dismiss them as coincidence and easier to see a system where power, trust, and influence remain largely unchanged. The lasting question is simple. If the warning signs were already there, why was the next young artist left to face the same environment?
Might make you change your mind. Look at Lil Nas X. He fizzled out fast too.
So would you say someone like Justin Bieber is a victim? I just seen he is reportedly selling his whole catalog because he's broke.
Yeah. Yeah. And once he finishes getting that money, I don't understand why he's broke. He didn't have to be broke. Usher just wouldn't stop robbing him.
Damn.
I mean, Usher couldn't keep his hands out of his pocket. It's funny. He got him signed and turned over custody to Diddy. And boy was never the same, and neither was Usher's pockets, because Usher's been living off of Justin Bieber's money. He ain't been living off of his own. Because the truth is, Usher don't really make that kind of money. And I'm really just kind of sick and tired of Usher Raymond.
Yeah,
I'm really kind of disgusted with Usher Raymond, who does Greek wrestling nude with men over Frosted Flakes, allegedly. Like, I'm sick and tired of this guy who everyone knows got the Diddy bumps, who's been sued for passing them on and lost. Is still sitting there disgracing women in front of their men who bought the tickets to like that whole scheme.
He's causing a lot of divorce courts.
Yeah, but why? He don't even want them. He don't want them women. He's literally doing it just to destroy relationships.
As scrutiny around Diddy grew, many insiders chose silence, revealing how deeply the industry protects its own. In that environment, speaking out can cost relationships, while staying quiet often protects them. Truth is forced to compete with self-preservation, and when silence becomes the safest option, one question remains: can genuine accountability ever survive in a system built to avoid it?
I watched a video of an interview of Justin Bieber, and he was talking about Billie Eilish. And he was like, he was broke, almost in tears. He's like, I just want to protect her. I just want to keep her safe.
Yeah.
What do you think he went through?
Because he knows what's been happening to Billie. Just like everybody knew what was happening to Millie Bobby Brown girl with Drake. These people are monsters.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real thing. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Jermaine Dupri said something interesting. He said the reason that R&B isn't as powerful as it is anymore is because children are going to church.
Yeah.
What is it about the transfer from the spiritual to the secular do you believe that's what made R&B so powerful?
Understand this. Rhythm and blues was a combination of gospel and soul music. Because soul music has always been around in one form or another. It's just evolved throughout the years. And you got gospel, rhythm and blues. That's what put that together. That's why they made such a big stink about the Ray Charles incorporating gospel sounds into secular music. Because they wanted people to separate the two. This is demon, this is good. The truth is none of that's real. Right. There is no bad, there is no good. There is what is and there is what is not. And that's sad. But when you take the spirit that comes from that.
The issue is not legal labels, but human cost. Harm does not always appear in direct claims. It can emerge later as pressure, instability, and lasting emotional strain. In systems where exposure and control are built into the path to success, damage can grow quietly over time. That is why the real question is not whether one moment proves everything, but why obvious structural failures are so often ignored until they become impossible to deny.
Witness that just testified against Diddy to the grand jury and had to give up 8 videotapes to the feds that contained celebrities in these freak-offs with Diddy is now listing some of the names that he saw on these tapes. And this man said that he got these tapes from a very close friend of Kim Porter's, and these were Kim Porter's tapes that she was going to use against Diddy. And some of the names that he says are some that we have heard rumored over the years. He said he saw Justin Bieber on this tape and he appeared to be underage during this time. He also saw Usher on these tapes, and Usher definitely appeared to be underage. And this one gave me the chills because we've heard that Usher is the one that sent Justin Bieber to Diddy. Courtney Burgess sat down with the Too Strong channel here on YouTube and started naming some of the celebrities that he saw on these tapes.
Were kids involved in these parties that you can verify from looking at the tapes?
If Justin Bieber was older than he's supposed to have been, yes. If Usher was older, well, Usher was definitely young.
Okay.
You understand? His shoulder part with his, the blood was all in his bed. You understand? It looked like they came home from a event, a party or something.
Went on to explain how Danny Boy was also in one of these videos with Mary J. Blige and Diddy together. And Danny Boy admitted when he was 15 that Mary J. Blige flew him out to New York and he slept with her while he was underage.
When Diddy's case reached federal court, the conversation moved beyond rumor and into formal legal review, shaped by records, rulings, and procedure. But courts examine conduct, not the wider culture that allows harm to persist. What is legally resolved is not always morally settled, and a closed case does not erase deeper structural concerns. When the paperwork ends, the real question remains: is that the end of accountability, or only the beginning of a larger reckoning?
Do you think he has a mole or an informant in his camp that's cooperating?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Listen, bro. Just doing law enforcement myself, just take for instance. I think the individual was a Syracuse former basketball player named Jason Barnes or Beard or something like that. He already had drug charges against him. The day Diddy house get raided, they catch him getting on a plane and they put him into custody. Didn't that sound a little weird? People didn't catch that. They either put him in custody for a couple of reasons. You understand? One, to make a witness out of him, or to safeguard him and protect him for anything that could happen to him, because they had already stated, allegedly, that he was some kind of mule for the people over there at Diddy's house. So now, with that information, that he was already known by the government for drug charges, wouldn't that be an individual that you use? I'm gonna give you something different. And I'm gonna give you something else that people don't even think. On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up and he started tapping him as if he was searching him and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness, right?
The connection between Diddy and Justin Bieber highlights a deeper truth about celebrity-driven systems. Power is elevated, vulnerability is overlooked, and accountability often arrives far too late. Youth is marketed as authenticity, access is presented as guidance, and silence is mistaken for professionalism, allowing imbalance to become normalized. This is not simply about one individual, it reflects a repeated structure in which influence protects itself while harm is too easily ignored. When the same patterns continue to surface, the real story is no longer just about the people involved, but about the system that keeps allowing it.